Dr. John Hlophe's January 2024 bid for direct access to the Constitutional Court, which at the time challenged his possible impeachment, has failed. The Apex Court issued an order today which found that Hlophe's application does not engage the court's exclusive jurisdiction and that no case has been made out for direct access. The now impeached Judge President turned to the Constitutional Court in January for direct access ahead of the National Assembly vote on his impeachment. Hlophe asked the court to order that it was unconstitutional for Parliament not to develop rules for the impeachment of judges. He also asked the Apex Court to set aside the November resolution by Parliament's Justice Committee to send his case to the full National Assembly for vote. Hlophe also wanted the Constitutional Court to order Parliament to develop rules for judicial impeachment, which should include a full inquiry, which must have an evidence leader, witnesses and the judge to make his submissions. The National Assembly vote went ahead after the filing in February this year, with 305 MPs voting in favor of his impeachment, while 27 voted against. Proceedings in the urgent application brought by former Public Protector Busisiwe Mkhwebane against the Office of the Public Protector, headed by Advocate Col Chris Mangena, will continue today. The application being heard in the High Court in Pretoria is in regards to Mkhwebane's multi-million rand gratuity following her impeachment in September last year. Mkhwebane has argued that the multi-million rand gratuity should be paid to her despite her removal from office. Advocate Dalim Bofu, who represents Mkhwebane, yesterday argued that failure to pay Mkhwebane's gratuity amounts to a double penalty. The Senzo Meyiwa Murder Trial has adjourned to Monday for the cross-examination of ballistics expert Col Chris Mangena. Yesterday, the defense in the Senzo Meyiwa Murder Trial has tried to poke holes in the testimony of retired cell phone data analyst Colonel Mdantsane. They claim there was no communication between accused number 5, Fisoguhle Nduli, and Kelly Khumalo leading up to the soccer star's murder. Nduli's lawyer, advocate Zandile Mshololo, accused Steyn of inserting Nduli's number into his evidence in order to implicate him. Mshololo argues there was also no attempt by Khumalo to wipe out her phone hours after Meyiwa was killed. One of the victims in the assault case of 8 former VIP Protection Unit members is testifying at the Randburg Magistrate's Court in Johannesburg today. The victim is one of the 3 soldiers who were allegedly assaulted by the 8 officers who were part of Deputy President Paul Mashatile's security on the N1 highway in Johannesburg in July last year. The accused faced charges including pointing a firearm, malicious damage to property, reckless and negligent driving, assault with intent to cause grievous bodily harm, attempting to defeat the administration of justice, and assault by threats. Nalo Mthizano, a patron at Enyobeni Tavern during the tragic incident where 21 people lost their lives, continues to testify in the inquest at the regional court in Mdantsane, East London. Mthizano described to the court how panicked she was as she witnessed people collapsing inside the tavern. She testified that the door of the establishment was closed, making it difficult to open, which led to patrons experiencing breathing difficulties due to a lack of ventilation. The tragedy occurred in June 2022. Mthizano testified that she saw people urinating on others during the night due to the overwhelming number of patrons trying to relieve themselves. She also mentioned that movement inside the tavern was difficult because of the large crowd. The establishment has only 3 toilets, all allocated on the ground floor of the double-story building. Mthizano believes that additional toilets on the upper level could have alleviated the congestion. The inquiry is expected to hear from other patrons once Mthizano concludes her testimony.